We have a fellowship outside if you didn't notice it. Today's coffee is, I think, Colombian roast in Southern Yukon with white cake and chocolate frosting. We have, well, it's not breakfast for dinner, obviously. Unless you have tacos for breakfast, I'm not going to join you. I'm not going to judge you, I mean. But at Emmanuel Lutheran Church, it's soft shell tacos or a burrito taco bowl with seasoned rice, tortilla chips with cheese sauce, and this delicious cake. And our guest speaker this morning is a great one, Dr. Clackey from the history department. I'll hand it over to him. Anyway.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So we usually start with music, so I thought I'd start with a song. And to save you guys, I picked a song that doesn't involve singing, so you won't have to. So short and sweet. We'll see how this goes. I'm very rusty. Ignore the missing notes. I'm gonna start. It's been a while.
We believe in you.
I'm sure most of you don't know that song, so you don't know how much it's good. If you don't know, there's a song called D. It was written by Randy Rhoads, who was the guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne. So, talk about music a little bit today. That song was actually introduced to me by the two guys that I had in my band in high school, Bryn and Gino. Gino was my guitarist, and Bryn was my bassist. These are a bunch of the pictures from me from high school. If you want to look at any embarrassing pictures of me, I don't forget which one I am. But Bryn, my bassist, was one of my best friends in high school. I went to high school in a different town that I went to middle school in, so I didn't have a lot of friends when I got there. And Bryn was the first friend that I made. We met in gym class freshman year of high school. And we immediately bonded over music. We both loved basically anything that was fast and loud. That's what we like to listen to. And then I think my sophomore year, I bought a guitar. He bought his dad's bass, and we started a band. And then eventually Gino joined us a little bit later as another guitarist, and we spent the next 2 years attempting to find a drummer, unsuccessfully. So mostly just two guitars and the bass in the garage, making as much noise as possible. That was all band. We had a lot of good times, we had a lot of classes together, we'd go to concerts together, we'd play pool every Friday night together, end up at Denny's at midnight pretty much every Friday night. We had a really good relationship. Bryn and Gino were awesome. Had a lot of good times, playing music, listening to music, going and watching music, all kinds of stuff. So we had this band, we started writing music, and then we graduated. I went off to Arizona to go to college. Bryn stayed in San Francisco, and Gino went off somewhere. I think he ended up back in San Francisco. But yeah, some good times in high school. Lots of good friends. laser. Apparently never to return. My parents moved to Colorado in the middle of my freshman year of college. So I get back once or twice. I went back a couple times in college to visit friends, always taking my guitar, always playing with friends. I got back. We want the best, but we love playing together, making noise. Have a meaning in life, then you will never have enough. Never feel you have enough. It's the truth. Worship your body and beauty and sexual allure, and you will always feel ugly. And when the time and age shall start showing, you will die a million deaths before they finally go into worship. It's not that they're evil or sinful, it's that they're unconscious. They are default settings. They're the kind of worship you just gradually slip into day after day, getting more and more selective about what you see and how you measure value, without ever being fully aware that that's what you're doing. This is one Wallace's commencement speech. I heard it a few years after he gave this, he actually hung himself too. Comic books, video games, movies, TV shows, music. We were never religious in high school. Always going from one thing to the next, always going from one thing to the next. The next big thing, the next big thing, the next big thing. 1 month it's movies, 1 month it's anime, 1 month it's comic books, then a video game, something like that. What happens when that runs out? What happens when you lose things to worship? And that really gets to the big question, what do you worship, who do you follow? Are you worshiping or following something that's eventually going to run out? So what are some things that we can do? One is seek that which is eternal. It says in Matthew, and Jesus said to him, follow me. That's the Bible in the sentence, follow me. That's what Jesus asks us. One thing and one thing only, follow me. Because when you follow Jesus, that lasts forever. That never goes away. That is eternal. How about music? Martin Luther wrote, beautiful music is the art of the prophets that can calm the agitations of the soul. It is one of the most magnificent and delightful presents God has given us. Those are Martin Luther wrote. I love music. I've loved music since I was a kid. I've been playing music. I started playing trumpet in 5th grade. In high school, I quit band and bought a guitar and started my own band for various reasons. But I've always played music. I've been attempting to play guitar for the last 4 years. It's a fun hobby. But music has gotten me through a lot of stuff. In high school, it got me through a lot. It was the number one thing I talked about with my friends. Bryn, Gino, they introduced me to more music than I can imagine. I remember right before I went up to college, Bryn introduced me to a band called Tool, and now Later Alice is my favorite album. I love that album. When I was in college, my parents moved from California to Colorado my freshman year. So every summer, I would go to Colorado, find whatever summer job I can find, usually not a very fun job. At one point, I was cleaning bathrooms and scrubbing toilets for an entire summer. But it paid the bills. And I started writing music like crazy. I even wrote lyrics, so I always thought was lyrics, I always thought poetry was for sissies. But lyrics are like deep, important stuff. I ended up writing so much music, I ended up recording an entire demo album just with music. I didn't even know the name of a single chord, anything. To go to scriptural, Moses said to the Lord, pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. The Lord said to him, who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is not I the Lord? Now go, I will help you speak, and will teach you what to say. So even Moses, the one who's commanded to lead his people out of Egypt, right, the guy who parted the Red Seas with God's help, even he had to ask for help. And God provided that help. He provided him the world. He provided Aaron to help him out. So when we need help, don't be afraid to ask. God tells us, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And the one who knocks, the door will be opened. If there's ever anything that you're struggling with, ask for help. Ask your friends, ask your roommates, ask your teammates. Ask your professors, your advisors, your coaches. Ask your family. Ask literally anyone for help if you need help. And it will come. And finally, if nothing else, God is always available for you and always there to help you. You can always pray to God, you can always speak to God, and He will listen, and He will help. And He will provide help. It may not be the help that you thought or planned, but God will provide for you. If you seek for help, someone will provide that help for you. So never ever be afraid to ask for help. What can others do? Go to Ephesians. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. From Ephesians. I say this to my kids all the time. Right? Lift each other up. Stop yelling at each other and arguing and insulting. Right? If you know something positive to say, don't say anything at all. Hold that. But it's really amazing what just a few kind words can do. A few kind words to someone walking into class, walking out of class, can change a person's entire day. Can change their life. Could just be, hey, those are some nice shoes you have. Cool hat. Okay. Thanks for asking that question. I had the same question. Okay. A little thing can go a long way. So never be afraid to say a few words to lift someone up. A little bit of kindness can literally change someone's life. It's the little things in life, not always the big things. There we go. And finally, challenges. I think this is my favorite passage in the Bible. It's the one that really hit me the most early on. From James, consider the pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of any kind, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking in anything. I had a lot of challenges in life, even before grad school. I spent 2 years in Arizona. It wasn't the most pleasant time. I dealt with a lot of depression, lots of anxiety, stress, loneliness, that kind of stuff. And this is one of the first passages, the first 2 books of the Bible I read were Proverbs and James. And I still love James, it's my favorite. But this passage, everybody faces challenges in life. Everybody has hardships. Everybody hits roadblocks. That's just a part of life. What this is telling you is, it's not about what happens to you, it's about your mindset. What happens to you is important, but your mindset is equally important. Are you focused on the difficulty or the hardship that you're facing? Or are you focused on what you'll achieve when you overcome it? How much you'll grow intellectually, physically, spiritually, emotionally, skillfully, by overcoming challenges? The idea behind this is that God places challenges on life for a reason. Because it's only by overcoming challenges that we grow as an individual. And He'll never place a challenge in our life that we cannot overcome. So when we need help, there's always help for us. We can know going in a challenge that there is a way to overcome this, and God will help me through it, if only I seek Him. And it's that mindset of focusing on the achievement rather than the hardship that can help you get through almost anything. I'm sure many of us can look back over our lives and think of many of the challenges that we faced. And while we're going through them, it certainly sucks. They weren't fun, they weren't pleasant. There was a lot of questions, why? Why is this happening to me? Why now? Why do I have to go through this? But later on, as you look back, you kind of see, well, what did I learn from that? And when you realize that, it changes your mindset on how we face challenges and trials and difficulties. These are opportunities for growth. So when we face these, it's about the mindset. Focus on the achievement, and don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'll finish with this, one of my other favorite passages. From the Gospel of Matthew. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. I remember when I was in Michigan, kids were very little babies. A friend of mine introduced me to a group. It's called Dad's Matter. There's a local group where once a month, a couple guys would be in a group just for dads, how to be a dad, for people who were just having their first kids, and they had like 5 or 6, so they had some idea of what to do. But it's just a way for dads to get together and talk about being a dad. And one of the guys in the group was a grad student from Ethiopia. He had a thick Ethiopian accent that sounded really cool. And one of the getting the focus and priorities, right? Placing God first aligns everything else in your life. Along with this, to finish the message, God is there with us eternally. Seek God because God is eternal. He created each and every one of us in His own image, intentionally and with a purpose. This means that God values each and every one of us, and that makes all of our lives meaningful. So let's go out and live meaningful lives and help others to live meaningful lives too.
Play the demo.
I do have a copy in my office. Need to help fall asleep.
Thank you so much, Dr. Clappy, that was wonderful. And now, may the triune God who has put a new song in your heart now and tuned your heart for praise, bless you now and forever.
Amen.
God, peace, do justice, love mercy. Have a blessed day, warriors. We have coffee and snack in the fellowship hall.
Really good.
This talks about sooner the better. I have class at noon.
He wants to, and then we'll be back in the area.